Welcome to the weekend which sees us take on the Brazil GP. We've still got Lando Norris, Transcendence and Presence all boosted this weekend. And what do we run for our race? We're running Ocon and Norris, and that is the car that we're also running as well, hoping for them at 47 points. Make sure to comment down below. I want to see if we can get as many of you commenting as much as we can to try and see who needs help or if you're just wishing good luck. So here we go. We're into the races. We've got Sao Paulo, Mexico, Bahrain and Montreal all to come in this video. And fingers crossed we can get off to a brilliant start and hopefully do maybe the 376. Race number 1 then in Brazil, and after a dramatic qualifying on Friday, weather's going to be a bit better in this first race, that is for sure, compared to the real life, and it is Brazil. Where do we qualify? Match up slightly out of our favour, so we are pushed back to P8 and P12, which is a difficult one. So we're going to go on to, I reckon, Kawhi, and Ocon is going to do the same. Fingers crossed. Or do I go Kawhi? I reckon Cupper. I want the overtaking. I feel like he needs it, Lando Norris, after last week's Wednesday session. So, good start needed. Rival with hards and softs. So that Carlos Sainz is going to be the one that we need to get past. He might be on a decent strategy. And as we all go to the left, we go to the right. And here comes Lando Norris, who's got a good start. And he is in to P8. Decent start, but the rival stretching clear. And it's very jolty. This is not too good early on. But we're into P4. We're into P7. And make that P6 now. Can we get past Max Verstappen? Up the hill we go. Absolute jolty here. We really need the rival to go on to slower tyre. And there's Lando Norris. Beautiful move. And don't know why it's lagging so much. Rival's pushing like P1. And that's because of the power unit. Used it all. We're going to try and get past Max Verstappen here to try and close that gap. And there we go. Norris doing okay in P5. Can Ocon close the gap to the leader? We're not going to pit for servicing this time round. We're going to try a quicker pit stop to close that gap. And then we'll build up the power unit. Norris looking good in P5. You can see the rival there. We're closing. And it's actually a fair amount on the soft tyres too. So round the final corners up the hill we go. And Ocon now will enter the pits. Lando Norris is actually in a very good position. Rival, you can see, just coming out on the softs. We're going to be right there. And we're going to target that towards the end of this race. Can we get ahead of Sainz? No, we can't. We're going to try and push initially just to get past him. And that is job done. And we're right behind the rival now. So, all to play for. Norris going round again. Norris on the softs doing 4 laps. Pretty incredible, if you ask me. Ocon in P5. And look at that rival Sainz with a power unit. Loads of power unit left for that rival. That's not too good for us. But maybe they'll go mediums for the last stint. And that will help us out. We're right behind P1. As we'll go up the hill. And into the pits. We'll be pushing hard then. Next time around. If this rival pushes, it doesn't matter too much. He's starting to push now. But we're going to keep our power unit. The very, very best. And we can come back. There's still a massive 3 laps to go. And you've got Norris pushing all the way now as well. Where's Norris compared to the leader? 10 seconds. So in comes Ocon. Remember, he's got the quicker pit stop. And he hits the marks and he's in. What about Norris? Norris is going to take him, I reckon, here. And he's gone to mediums. Rival's gone to mediums. That is perfect. We are now right behind Lando Norris. And we're into the lead. We've managed to get the lead. And we've got Ocon on the softs. So this is looking good now. Can we get ahead of this medium tyre runner? Yes, we can. Up to P3. Lando Norris ahead of us. I think this rival is going to be using some power unit towards the end of this race. So we need to just try and get past. And we can. Now we've got to look after the power units. We've got 27%. This rival, off memory, what cost us in the week? It wasn't even in the week. It was cost us before. We need to save because they're going to attack last lap. Good news is Ocon is on the softs. And we can save up as much power unit. Rival, will he start pushing? Not yet. Not yet. We've got enough power unit though, I think. I think we're going to be good. Norris can push. Will the rival push? It's not pushing yet. But we are in. P1 now he's pushing. So right at the end of the race, but we've managed to do it. And we will come home. Lando Norris for the P1 and P2. Managed to scrape it through. And what we'll do is we'll go and see what the rival was running at the end of this race. Here comes home. P3, P6. It's a great 47 points though. 1658 for the rival. And you can see drivers level 7, Norris and Sainz, both 95 qualifying. And the car, very much similar to ours. So a good 47 points. Race number 2 at Mexico. And it's another difficult matchup. Again, we have a rival that is above us in the team score. So we actually might find it a little bit tough at this Mexico track. And look at this, out-qualified P3, P6, and we're back in P8, P10. That is some tough going. We're going to go to Cuppa, and Ocon is going to go to Kauai. That is making it tough so far. Hards and softs, so it's probably Ocon that we need to get past ASAP of the rival. He'll be on the better strategy. Norris only with a fast start though, but here comes Esteban Ocon and we're into a pack. Can we get ahead of the rival? No, we can't, but we are solidly P6 and P7. Gonna wait for this to drop down, and it's mediums and softs fighting with each other. And here goes Norris round the outside. He's up in to P5, right behind the rival soft tyres. Rival with loads of power unit left, it seems, as well. He's getting held up by his teammate, and we're going to try and take advantage, but we can't. And now this is going to be another interesting race. We're on the back foot at the moment, but we're saving power unit here and there as the rival gets past Lando Norris. Can we follow through? Yes, we can. We're into P4. So just saving the power unit, stuck behind the hard tyres now as well. Can we get past? We can. P3, rival hits P1. And it's going to be all to play for. 7th place we sit, and 3rd. Looking at doing potentially 5 laps coming out on the softs. That's our little plan. See if we can close it. But this is going to be a tough one to actually catch. Look at the power unit levels. We are right behind Max Verstappen. We're going to try and get past him now up the inside through the stadium section. Job done, P2. But what about Esteban Ocon? He's struggling. And it's going to be another difficult race to try and get past. Rival holding us big time. And our only hope would be that the rival goes to hards. And I don't think that's quite going to be the case. Verstappen somehow gets back past us. And I think we're going to drop here. I generally think we are going to drop with this type of matchup. Just nothing we can really do. We need a safety car or something to slow them down. We're going to be pretty quick at the end. We are on to Ocon in the lead, but rivals bang there. P8 for Norris. We're going to have to try and close the gap, but I don't think we're going to be able to do this. It's just going to be too tough. Norris goes through. We are pushing hard and hard. Rival pushing as well. That's a bit of an early push for the rival, but I think we're going to get ahead. Yes, we are. Down the straight we go. Where can Ocon feed back out to? Rival's pushing. We're going to look after that power unit. We can save that up if that is the rival's push. We're a bit slow on the push there as well. Let's see what we got. Rival is pushing. Now, I thought that don't usually push this much. We've got the rival out front as well. Still 2 laps to go though, and we're bang there with both drivers. One rival pits. Coming out of the corner, we're going to try and hold again. Can we get past Verstappen? Can we finally get past Max Verstappen? Doesn't look like it. And now the rival's slowing us down. Ocon's into P3. Are we going to make any moves? Are we going to get P1 on the last lap? I don't think so. I don't think we can do this at all unless we get this move now. And I think that's it. I think it's over. We just can't bridge the gap. Just can't bridge the gap. Impossible matchmaking. We are going to come home P2 and P3. Impossible to beat. Look at that. Across the line. Thank you very much for that, Hutch. And it is drop points already. Let's have a look. 1691 team score, 45 points. That's all we could manage. 4-4 and a 6-4 for the rival. Level 8, level 7 Norris, level 7 having the qualifying, and the car was a lot better than ours as well. Race number 3 at Bahrain. This time matchup is within 3 of our team score. Let's see where it puts us in qualifying. Sadly, no 376 today. And you can see, qualifying is... I mean, how do we go up to P5 and P8? I mean, we really got done by qualifying in the last races. So we're going to go Kawhi. We're going to go Norris on to Copper. That's what I'm fancying from P8. Hopefully we can get a good start. Norris has got good tyre management too. So has Lando Norris out front as well. He starts on the mediums. And we both run perfect. Can Ocon smash into the lead? Can we get a return to some form? I mean, we're taking absolutely weird routes, but we're into P3. And Norris up the inside of both Red Bulls. And he is in to P5. It's P1 for Ocon. P5 for Lando Norris at the moment. And he's into P4 now. So a really good start in this revenge race, let's say. We're taking it out on the opponent to try and get some points back. And already Norris is all over the back of Charles Leclerc as we approach the first lap complete here in Bahrain. And let's see if we can get past Charles Leclerc. We're not pushing though, we're saving tyres. And we haven't got a rival near us to push past. And there you go, Norris takes advantage of Charles Leclerc. Not working on their mediums so far. But it's P1 and P3. Good start. P2, Lando Norris on the mediums. Hopefully we can close that down as much as we can. Ocon continues. We'll service just to get the job done. And actually we'll push now. We'll try and get a good gap. Norris in P3. I reckon he's closing on Norris. It's less than 2 seconds. And you can see the gap just there. Getting closer. Hopefully Ocon can come out. I reckon he will come out in the lead here. He's pulled the gap up to 8 seconds. With Kawhi as well. So I think he's got a solid chance. As Ocon pits. Norris continues through. Where will Ocon come out? He'll retake P2 at least. And I've got a feeling, do I go softs, mediums or hards? But I feel like mediums we should be good enough. We are just going to try and close that gap on Lando. And we have indeed. P1, P2. with Lando to come in this lap. Other Lando should come in as well. But we're already up to a second, which is the good start. We're going to push Norris into pit as Ocon goes round. Don't really need to conserve for any more. Don't need to do any race management at this stage because we're not going to score 376 anyway. So Norris comes back out. Yeah, we got very unlucky. Mexico, tough track to get a tough bot. That is certain. But today, it looks like a return to potential form in Bahrain. But let's get past this corner. So let's make sure we don't get a safety car. And we don't. So this should be good. We'll pit with no service. Lando Norris second, ahead of his fellow clone. That's looking pretty good as well. Rival into P4 and P6 as he pits. And this is looking okay then. Ocon will pit with 2 laps to go. Norris is saving the environment as he always likes to do. Doesn't need to use that power unit. And he is into the pit. Norris looking good. Let me know how you found matchmaking today. Hearing a lot of reports from my server and my club mates. The matchmaking seems a lot tougher and the AI potentially a lot tougher. So let me know what you think about that one. Have you seen any favourable conditions? Or has the matchmaking been a lot tougher? Let me know down below in the comments. And make sure while you're there, hit the like button. But 1 lap to go after this one. Ocon leads from Norris. And we're going to get back onto the trail of 47. Rival in P3 and P7. So that will be looking good. Got some tough tracks to come in this weekend still. Monza to name one of them. And for us, it's going to be a winning return. And we've got Miami. Miami in the heat will be interesting too. So Ocon comes round to the final corner and he'll make a winning return. He wins beautifully with Lando Norris just about having enough tyre management left. It does help when your tyre management is up to like 97. But he wins. Norris second. Will await the rival to come home in P5 and P8, it looks like. And for us, it's going to be a very nice 47 points. So a 47, a 45 and a 47 so far for race number 3. And I told you that team score was close. 3 was the difference. And you can see drivers matched us on the drivers. But the car, slightly more cornering, he had more speed. But we'll take it. Race number 4. And matchmaking is absolutely killing us yet again. It's plus 77 this time for Montreal. And in a one-stop race where everyone follows similar strategies, this is actually going to be pretty difficult to overcome. It's not like they're going to be getting on too hards and that kind of thing. We got to just take it. We got to take it and hope for the best. Going to be very difficult to overcome. Rivals will run lap 5, lap 6. We're going to use Kawhi for a quicker pit stop. And hopefully we can get a few early positions. And we haven't really got anywhere. The rival P4, P5. And we are only in P8, P10. Moving up a little bit now. This is still not overtaking as we would like. And we're going to lose ground to the rival all the time we are stuck in this traffic. We push into the hairpin. You can see P7, P8. It's going to be impossible to overcome this. And I'm not one to write off very early, but just a wet Montreal as we both take the Ferrari and the rival in P1 pushing. It's not going to end well. Ocon's into P5. We're going to have to just push him as much as we can to try and break that gap. Can we get P4? Yes, we can. So we're at a bit of a phase where we can start to close. What I'm going to do is try and push and create a gap so I can do an undercut. But this might be a lot harder than you think. We needed the good matchups at the tough tracks, and it simply just hasn't materialised whatsoever. You can see the rival gone, P1. Norris trying to get past P7, can't get it done at the minute. Rivals all over the back of the AI Norris. Around the outside we go, still can't get the job done on Hamilton. If we've got a bit of a gap here as well, that if we can push, and we do make P2 with that push with Ocon, we will probably stretch to 5 laps with Ocon here. Norris, we might stretch to 4. We've got to try something. That's my problem as we get through into P6. I'm running out of power unit, though. That is the difference. See, a little bit of an undercut might work. But look at the rival, full power unit. What can you do about that, Aaron? Not a lot. P10 for Norris. We've got to try something. And he comes out P10. Trying to build that power unit for Ocon. Norris on the fresh boots. Still trying to attack. And we're going to struggle. Here's Norris into the hairpin. Needed that move, couldn't make it stick. And everyone now comes in. Ocon comes out. Verstappen doing 6 laps is going to hold us up. P3, P8. And look at the gap they've got. They're just clear. There's nothing you can do. And matches like this really make me struggle to keep the motivation to even play this game. It is just impossible. And I know we love getting easy matchups, but surely something can be done to balance it, because at the minute it's been 3 pretty much very difficult ones. And it is not going our way. Ocon, well, kind of met his match. There's nothing he can do. Norris stuck in traffic too, in P6, now takes P5. And it is absolute criminal. We nearly get overtook there as well. Just trying to hold some power unit. As we approach the back of Lando Norris. What a fun day at the office. What a fun day, folks. We can get P2. Can Lando Norris squeeze up to P4? He can. And we're going to come home. P2 for Esteban Ocon. P4 for Lando Norris. And it is 44 points at ridiculously tough circumstances. 1-7-10 for the rival. Pretty much impossible for Canada. Wet. Drivers, level 7, 94 and 95 qualifying. Insane compared to ours. And the car was just damn right better than us too. So, difficult opening round. Let me know down below how your round has gone, because seeing a lot of struggles. But yeah, 4 races, 5 points dropped. We'll come back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a better day. It is luck of the matchmaking.